going on, everybody? It is Wednesday, time for a brand new episode of Recap. What is happening? Just a reminder, we are doing the dual cast between Instagram and Twitch. But if you're not able to catch the show live, you can always catch us on YouTube at Hat-Club. Be sure to subscribe to us, which is a fancy word for follow, and give us a like if you like what you see. Chat, what is going on? Looking lively today. JM1620 in the house. Flashfire, Steph M40, 406 Brims, Elk Dot, VT Kevin R, Sub Diego 619. My name is Eric, Lifted Truck 274. Cap King Dome, Kicks and EDC, Johnny Hustle, Warriors X408, Air Spider 23, Wally Absurd, David Kearns, Vengeful Spectre, and looking at the chat over on Instagram as well. Siguar, what's going on, dude? David Pachov, Sosa Hammy, and so much more. A lot of Mets fans, a lot of Dodgers fans, a lot of Yankees fans. I am morose because of the fact that all the teams that I want to advance to the World Series are basically eliminated. Guardians are up next. I can already feel it. So lame. Brother Bishop, what's going on? G. Laurent, what's happening? But anyway, this is not a one-man show, of course. Got to bring in my wingman, Mr. Tafuri Taylor. What's going on?
What is going on, chat? What's up? What's up? Man, it's so bright. We got so many hats that we're going to be showing. I had to put the shades on, but big shouts to you guys. How you doing? Welcome to Wednesday. If you like hats, this is the show for you.
Yay.
David, absolutely not. I am not. But it's kind of in a weird type of situation. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So like slightly, I might be okay with the Dodgers advancing because Freddie is on their team, and there's a soft spot in my heart for Freddie because he helped bring a world championship to the Braves. But if we're just speaking very clearly and very clearly, no Dodgers rooting for over here. It's Braves country, but you know, it's all good.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm in full college football mode, especially after this weekend. After the Oregon Ducks took down Ohio State on Saturday at home. So baseball playoffs, you're dead to me unless the Guardians can somehow make a miracle happen.
I got to tell you, Ben, when I watched that game, I was like, there's no way that this is happening. Like when I saw it happen in real time, I was like, what just happened? It's like, but shouts out to you guys, man. Y'all took home a much well-fought win, dub. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to have, feelings about that 12-man on the field situation, but the end of the day, things happen in games. I feel like still that was poor clock management on Ohio State's part. You gotta play that situation better. But young dude, I'm sure he's gonna get better. Still great, two great teams. I think that they're definitely gonna be in the college playoff for sure.
I could see that happen. I could also see a rematch happening in the college football playoff, which has me a bit concerned based on where the game will be. So, because if we're doing bowl format, obviously it's going to be a neutral site, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how the rankings come out. So
1000%. But what's up to our Twitch chatters? What's going on, guys? James Grandma, what's up? Flashfire, what's going on? CG, what's up, my boy? Playboy Tef, Eric. I feel like as you continue to say it, this might end up becoming a nickname for me that has been bestowed upon me. So I'll accept it for now. Vengeful Spectre, what's going on, my guy? Rainy Colors, what's up? Let's see some Arizonas. I think you'll be surprised. Yep. Damn, I was like, can't see that.
We'll have some Arizona hats to show off today.
Yeah. Cap Kingdom, this is the Stros. So this is the Stros with the pink star and pink UV. You know. Go Dogs, Lifted Truck, how dare you? That's Flashfire, very true. I don't think Playgirl Tef for me would be good. Elked out, what's going on, my guys? Shaquille Oatmeal. You know what's funny, man? Gotta tell you, brother, it's spooky season, so anything can happen. Anything can happen. But it's definitely, we're getting close to that point, guys. We're definitely getting close to that point. But speaking of spooky season, how about we check out some Slight Sleepers, Ben?
Let's do it. Our third entrant in the Battle Royale has finally signed on. So let's bring that man in. Austin.
Hey.
Yo.
What's
good,
up,
everybody?
What's up? Good V-backs.
Thank you. Greatly appreciate that.
Oh yeah,
how's everybody doing?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. We were just actually about to tackle Slight Sleepers.
All right. Well, I got it up, so let me throw it up on my screen here.
Sounds
what up,
good.
chat? Flash, I am very glad that Buffalo didn't shit the bed.
They tried.
They won me a
tried.
hefty amount of money, so very thankful for that.
Yeah. You smell a sweep, Ben, in that series with the Yankees and the Royals?
It's looking like it.
Yeah.
No, I think the Guardians are going to take Game 3. Going back to Cleveland, they're going to get one.
I hope so. I hope so.
Gentleman sweep.
All right, let me show off my screen here. All right, perfect. Site sleepers. First up, a whole slew of hats dropped today.
They did.
PBJ, surprise, first one in a while that hasn't gotten cooked almost immediately.
Yeah.
Nice little Syracuse orange colors too, navy top visor, orange button. PBJ mask, obviously, with the pink jam this time around. Hat Club 1992 side patch. Love that side patch. Good gray. Yeah. Good looking hat.
Nothing wrong with that hat at all.
Not a damn thing wrong with it.
At all.
Yeah, if you want to scoop a PBJ mask, I say now is the time to go do it because it's not often that we don't have those get cooked almost immediately. Just a terrible hat up next in the second spot. The only thing I do like about this is the flower. The silver rose. So not much to be said about this hat. It's a terrible franchise.
Wow.
It would look much better in a different NY. And that's all we're going to say.
It is available at NoHo as well if you're local.
There we go. Diamondback script up next. Now, this is the one that I asked if we had done before, right? And I got a unanimous no.
We have not.
We have not.
Wow. So one thing that I did notice about this in person, I saw this hat in person. Great looking hat. The inaugural 1998 patch is shorter than usual. So, and I was asking AB about that, and he said that there's a lot of them that are coming in shorter than usual. Actually, does this one have this one looks like a shorter one too. So, but interesting there. It wasn't like, I guess there was like a time frame where it was like pretty extended. But yeah, good looking hat. Saw it in person. Another good looking hat. San Francisco Giants Battle of the Bay side patch, navy crown, brown upper visor. This one is just a good fall winter hat. Pink under visor. Ain't a damn thing wrong with it.
Also available at Great Mall. This one.
Ooh, very nice.
Definitely reminds me of the 5950 day.
Yes,
it does.
Brooklyn, yeah.
All right. This is the one that Ben showed off last week that we had quite a reaction to. So full size run, baby. So this is a nice little V backs. Well, I shouldn't say little V backs. The V is massive on this thing.
Huge.
Arizona 25th anniversary side patch. Beautiful execution on this side patch, though. Let me get a closer look at that. Love that.
Yep. I think that was what the conversation was about. That hat was just like how they used that side patch and put the alternating colors on the sunset there. Very, very nice.
Very, very nice. We got a few. I won't spend all day going through these because we have a million that are site sleepers, quote unquote, that got added to the site recently. But we have some great D-backs, some great Dodgers, some great Stros. I will show off this Candlestick Park one because it is an appropriate season to be wearing this hat.
Yeah, we showed this one off last week. Also dropped at Great Mall, which is a good sign.
Good looking patch there. Good looking patch.
The stick.
Yeah. And then we all of these site sleepers that we got going on right now. Oh, I'll show the media day. 2013 Red Sox. That's a good looking hat. Now. That's a perfect fall hat if I've ever seen one. But yeah, I mean, this is how many recent drops we have that literally I had to scroll down this far to get to the stuff that we dropped Monday. So all of the Black Dome scripts are still available. That's a good Otani hat there. Black Dome retro scripts are available, both in the fitted and 950 A-frame. So something that we've never done before. So it's a 950 A-frame, and let's see.
What sizes do we have left in that Otani?
In the Otani,
I think somebody was asking in chat there.
Oh,
pretty much a full size run. Besides, if you got a tiny head or a massive head.
There you go. Get it.
So
go for it.
Yeah, and then the 950. Look at it. I'm still scrolling to get to the 950s here. So we got the 950s here. That let's show a real franchise here.
Oh my god,
that's just really surprising people, you know.
Great things happen for them right now.
Yeah, good looking 950 A-frame. So I tried it on in person. Was a fan. I was a fan. So if it's very different, and like Chief had said something to me a couple weeks ago about it, because he saw him at the LA store, and he said that, you know, he's more likely to shift from a fitted to the 950 A-frame than the 940 A-frame because the crown is like the same type of depth as a fitted, or more similar to that. And very accurate statement. Very accurate statement.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I will say personally, from trying on the 950 A-frame or the 940 A-frame, the 940, after a while, the edges of the bill that connect to the hat kind of poke my skull a little bit. Not on the 950.
Oh, interesting.
But I think a lot of that has more to do based on size.
I have no issues with the 940 A-frame. I think it fits beautifully. I think it's one of the better fitting crowns from New Era. So, and then what I was talking about earlier with grabbing that PBJ, we had one drop last week, I believe, and this one pretty much cooked. Unless you're
not surprised on that one.
So, good looking crown there. So that's what I was saying. If you got it, or if you have the ability to grab that other one, I would. This is a nice looking Indians hat.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
Very nice. Well, metallic blue. And I
will say that Dodger hat to the right is the kind of hat that could warm somebody's icy heart with a Fresh Island song.
I don't disagree, and I think that's probably the only appropriate route for this hat. So if you're on island time, you can wear this hat.
Definitely got to be on island time for that one. Oh, and IG chat that was asking questions about if we had any NHL fitteds.
They're coming, baby.
They're coming.
But I
don't
know.
You worry.
Yeah. Also, that Dodgers hat you could wear if you're trying to steal dinosaur embryos from. Yeah.
Very much. Yeah.
I definitely don't disagree there.
We got Dodds in here.
Yeah. Full size run.
Definitely. But yeah, for those in IG chat that were asking about NHL fitted, those are coming soon. But you can also go to the website as well for the 940s. We do have some NHL 940s that are available right now.
Well, let me share my screen again here and see what I can.
Booby D, yes, I am the guy that used to work at Sarah Monte and run the Concord store. Yes, that is I. Still here. Can't kill me.
Can't kill me. Let's see here. Oh, do we not have NHL on our league section of our site?
Unacceptable.
The blasphemy. Let me see if I can just find NHL then. Let me see.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, I think when I tapped on A-frames, it came up.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I saw the A-frame ones in there. The one thing I can say is next week we've got some NHL script hats coming in.
Yes, very
but they will be adjustables first off.
Yep, the 950 A-frame they are.
There we go.
So, good looking crowns. So we don't have a massive assortment right now for NHL, and just so everybody's aware, the first few weeks of our NHL inventory is very much team color. I think not everything is designed by Hat Club. I think some of it is just stock program stuff that New Era was like, here's your first access to it. So like, I think that's what these are, because typically we do the tonal flag. So I think these were just like stock program ones that we were able to get. So you'll see that for the first few weeks, but there are customs coming very soon. Not in your first batch, but you won't have to wait too much longer after that to see some nice Just John and Freddie designed NHL hats.
Liking it, digging it.
There we go. That's Site Sleepers, folks.
Well, I was gonna say, so who was it? Best of AZ. I'm afraid you're gonna be crying in the next couple of weeks. I already saw one hat that I know we're dropping, so prepare the Kleenex. And then for everybody asking about any more NFL hats coming in, they'll be kind of like thrown in intermittently with like variety packs, some spin the block Sundays, etc. So there are going to be some more NFL hats coming. I don't know for sure the Seahawks necessarily. I know there's a lot of Niner ones coming. I know there's Giants for you, Black Mamba. So
in December has a really nice NFL pack coming. I do know that.
There you go.
So
have we ever thought about doing like an NHL pack of all ices?
I mean, this is the first shot that we've had at it, so sure.
Yeah, it might already be in the works. Don't you worry.
No.
I mean, it would make sense.
It would.
Seeing how ice and hockey are like.
Yeah, and we have some really exciting stuff coming up with the NHL as well. So like I can't remember when they released, but there's a really cool program that we're going to be doing for the NHL. That's something that I'll just throw it out there. It's something that we've always had to keep hush hush, and now we don't have to keep it hush hush anymore.
Wow. So. The secret's out. The cat's out the bag.
Yep.
Grambo, after Sunday, do we really need more Cowboys hats? Really? Love you, but dear Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what I said after watching that game. It's a beatdown.
Yeah.
A walloping. All right, Benji, what do we got?
Well, I'm gonna let Tefuri take this one just because of the fact that he's got one in hand. Actually, he's got two in hand.
Yeah.
So the floor is yours. What's happening tomorrow?
So tomorrow we have so if you remember, I guess it was last year we did the level up pack, or I think earlier this year we did the level up
this
pack.
year.
Yeah, it was this year. Early up we did that. So level up pack is getting a second iteration. Shouts out to my guy Freddie and the design team for putting this together. So that was one of the packs that I actually asked to promote. So first one I'm gonna do, let's just say that your eye has to be golden. Be able to understand what's going on here. So Good Cold 45s, 45th anniversary side patch right here. All gold Batterman. I'll let you guys kind of decide what's going on there. Got the Hat Club stamp on the inside, gray UV, black guts. All of these are going to be made in China. There you go.
So funny thing about this one, this was a very late addition to the pack.
Really?
One that I recommended to Freddie. Because the Seattle actually is not supposed to be in the pack, but still got made. So because we have another iteration of that Seattle coming in December, done by yours truly. So we were going to replace it with this Houston 45, but that was the recommendation by me.
Nope. But very, very good, well executed, good Houston Stros. So all my Houston folks in the chat, I can definitely say that it's definitely one you should pick up. But one that I really like, one that would be fatal if you did not, would be this Milwaukee Brewers. I'm going to let you guys kind of decide.
Yeah, the gradient execution on that front logo is chef's kiss for sure.
Yep. Definitely a hat that'll have you testing your might as a
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right there. Very, very clean.
Could wear this in all weathers, even sub-0 degrees.
Yeah, very toasty hat, if you will. But very, very good. So these are two of the styles that'll be coming out. I don't know. I have a hard time picking between these two, but I think to your point, Austin, I really, really like the gradient, how this came out on this Milwaukee Brewers. So I think this one definitely is going to be one there. We got a pin Flash Fire's comment. I like that one. Not for noobs. If you know, you know.
There it is.
I did like Best of AZ's comment too. He said this one's got to get over here.
Yep. So no, but those are the two that we have. So I wanted to show those two off because, like I said, I'll be doing promo for that pack, and Ben is going to take us home with the others that are part of the level up part 2.
I'm going to try at least because my internet was kind of seizing up a little bit while you were going through those two, so I'm a little terrified right now. But we'll see what happens. Just just hold your hand up if I start to freeze up or anything like that. So
Gotcha.
I'm just going based on the order that I pulled these out of the box. So next one up, we've got a gradient style M logo Minnesota Twins two-tone, black crown, royal blue upper visor and button with the 1991 World Series side patch.
It's a beauty. That's a bomb.
No, this one's
no wait,
this,
no, that
this
one's
one's not a
that
bomb.
one's not a bomb. That
This
one's not a bomb.
mega. This one's mega.
Yeah.
Flat stitch baddie on the back, and then one of the few that actually comes with a Hat Club original icy undervisor.
Yeah.
Black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside. All of them have the Hat Club tag on the inside, of course. And every single one of these is made in China. So definite upgrade from Level Up Part 1, which was very heavily concentrated, 8-bit, 16-bit style. This is the full 64-bit range.
Yeah, Philly, yes, this does drop tomorrow. These will drop tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hatclub.com, Hat Club app only. None of these will be in stores.
Yeah, don't be a zero and not cop this hat.
Next up, one of my favorites, even though it's a goddamn Giants hat, but still, gradient style interior SF logo, black, and this is kind of more of a lighter shade of light blue, kind of like an indigo hue to it as well for the button and upper visor. 2007 All-Star Game side patch. Definitely, if you want to choose your fighter between all of these hats, this is definitely a prime suspect right here, especially in the turbo variety.
Could really hit the streets of San Francisco with that.
Yes.
Right? You know?
This is definitely a hat that you want to make sure you can tomorrow.
It's a beautiful execution of a gradient again. Like these, this one in the Milwaukee have beautiful gradient executions on that. This is definitely a unique hat. Definitely a unique hat. So
yeah, you maybe might be in a bonus stage. Maybe want to do some things with the hat. You know, you never know.
Gray undervisor on this one, black sweatband, Hat Club tag, made in China. I'll just say tiger uppercut. I'll finish off. This one for all you Houston Astros fans still drying your tears after the Detroit Tigers took you out of the postseason. Two-tone, black crown. This one I will say, because I'll put them side by side. So obviously a variance in color between the shades of blue for the upper visor and the button. But this one's going to have a 35 great year side patch to it. Yes, very foxy indeed.
Yep, very foxy.
Maybe when you wear this hat, you might want to do a barrel roll. You never know.
I'd love to see that happen. Someone try to wearing this hat.
This one's gonna have a cool gray undervisor as well, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, and made in China as well.
Yeah, shoot for the stars with that one, folks.
All right, so now here's your bomb joke and reference.
Yes, that one's the bomb. That one's the bomb, man.
Ryan Sandberg era sleeve patch logo, the bear face, of course. Working on electric blue, pink, a little bit of beige actually on the interior of the face there, but black and yellow for the upper visor and the button. 1990 All-Star Game for the side patch. Black and white flat stitch baddie on the back, just like all the other ones. This one's going to have a cool gray undervisor as well. Black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, made in China.
Oh, I feel like Tiana actually got this one. So I've not had a chance to see it in person, but the more I kind of see it, that yellow is definitely different than like what normally you would see, like as far as like from a sneaker perspective. So if you were thinking you were going to put like Lightning Force with this, that yellow is a little bit different shade. Same with like Lightning 17. So you, ironically enough, I think if you had a Union 4s, I think that would go really well with this.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got a brightness to it, that's for sure. What do we got next? Let's go to Tafuri's neck of the woods. We are going to go Atlanta Braves up next. Let me turn my light back on just because the fact that there you go. You can see this one's a two-tone a little bit better. So black crown. This is going to be a very, very dark olive for the upper visor as well as the button, but it is going to be metallic red with an orange exterior for the A logo and 2000 All-Star game for the side patch.
Yeah, there's definitely a reason it's All-Star.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's going back to the 8-bit era, folks.
Yep.
Good looking crown, though. Good looking crown.
Oh, Cap Crusader. Nobody likes a braggart.
Black and red flat stitch baddie on the back. Cool gray under visor once again. Black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, and made in China on this bad boy. For whatever reason, I can't think of what the reference is here.
Oh, think of a squirrel that could fly.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
Well, that was easy.
Wait, what was the question? I was reading chat.
And I forgot what the reference was for the Braves one.
Oh, you might want to party with that hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. No, that's not 8-bit era. That would be 16-bit.
16-bit.
That's where you threw me off because I'm just like looking at it. I'm like, no.
16-bit. Yeah.
This makes no sense. Okay.
Mhm.
Next up, we got Washington Nationals. This is going to be a two-tone. Dark navy for the crown. Kind of the similar. Let me find it again.
That was like the one, the SF.
Yeah, no, it's actually closer to the Astros one.
Okay.
Some might say you're wrestling to get that on the site.
That is correct. Bam. But that is going to be a metallic silver with a white exterior for the W logo in the front, which looks a little bit bigger than it should, or maybe I'm crazy.
I think it's just a coloring because I saw it in when I saw it in person, I thought it looked fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. Looking at it face on as opposed to through a lens, it just looks different. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But RFK Stadium for the side patch. And this one's going to have a metallic silver flat stitch baddie on the back. Cool gray under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside. There was a feather. I thought there was like some stitching on the sweatband there. Made in China. And yes, if you want to lay the smack down on somebody, this is the hat to do it.
Yeah, some would say that's a pretty stone cold Nationals right there.
I should finish this water and smash this glass against the.
Yikes! Yikes!
All right, and last but not least, of course, my favorite of the entire collection, with the exception of the Colt 45s, Seattle Mariners Block S, and so this one has the exact same blue hue color scheme as the San Francisco Giants here. So this one's going to be a black crown, the light blue indigo mix as far as the upper visor, but this one will have the yellow button. Block S, 1999 All-Star game for the side patch, which is a bit surprising considering the combination of the two teams here. But it's good for smashing things.
Yeah.
S for smash. And for whatever reason, no, it's black and white. Or is this glow in the dark and I'm just crazy? No, just black and white.
Yeah, I don't think any
I don't think any of these are glow.
I don't think so either. But cool gray under visor, black on the sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside. And this bad boy is made in China, just like all the other ones.
So Banana Boat, you're saying which one would match best with military blues? So it depends. If you're talking about the industrial blue, like release that dropped this year, probably which of the blues hats Ben would you say is the darkest?
I would definitely say this one.
Yeah, that's the one I was gonna go with.
But this one has a navy blue crown, but this one has the black crown.
Yeah, if I was gonna go that route because of the amount of white in that front logo, Banana Boat, I would definitely say go the Washington Nationals if you wanted to pair it with the 2024.
Or there's this one, Dark Royal.
And yeah, I would have to probably see it in hand because I feel like some of those look better with like maybe marina blues, the marina blue ones, but other of these I think still are pretty tough.
Jay, I did see all your comments about Master Pack V-backs, and we don't have any more coming, and we don't have any in stock, brother. And have to unfortunately pay resale if you want that crown.
Yeah,
sorry, dude. But yeah, if you guys want any of Level Up Part 2 or 2.0, whatever we're calling it, so obviously the 2 that Tefuri has and the rest of the clip that I've got in my hand tomorrow, as in Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app. Top 3, gentlemen, which ones you rolling with?
Oh, this is pretty easy. It's Astros in the one spot. I gotta try and hold my tongue on like trying to say the inspiration. So Astros in the one spot, 45s in the 2 spot, and then I think I'd probably go Brewers in the 3rd. It's pretty close between Brewers and San Fran, honestly.
Nice.
I think the San Fran execution is just like chef's kiss to the inspo.
Agreed. I think for me, like I'm basing these just off of like how well the hooks were executed. So I think my top 3 are definitely going to be no particular order. Well, I guess I will do an order. So number 3, I'll definitely say is the I was about to do the same thing you saying, Austin. I'll do the San Francisco in my 3rd spot. My number 2 will probably be the Colt 45s.
Nice.
And then the number 1 will be the Brewers. Like I said, I just immediately when I saw this hat, I knew exactly what it was and what it was inspired by. So I was like, that's super
exactly. Yeah.
I've got a tie for the 3rd spot between Minnesota and San Francisco here, just because similar color scheme, but both executed the gradient style for the front logo pretty flawlessly. And then nothing against the Milwaukee one. I do love that one, but I'm also going to go Seattle in my 2 spot and Colt 45s for the number 1
for the number 1.
Yeah, I wish I would have, like you said, Ben. I think it has a lot of similar colorways. I wish I would have had a little bit more variety to it.
Yeah, I think if I was going to give honorable mention, it would definitely be that Nationals. I think that Nationals, I'm going to spin the block on, and I'm going to get that tomorrow. Yeah. That's really nice. And Day Easy, this is the Stros that I showed or I had on my head earlier. This is it was a variety pack Stros. So think Travis Scott, think a specific shoe fragments.
All right. So that'll do it for Level Up, which once again drops tomorrow, as in Thursday, 11 a.m. 2 p.m. Eastern. Hackclub.com, Hack Club app. Now we're going to usher our way into Friday for a little variety pack action. And I'm telling you guys because it's what's listed. So Friday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. East Coast. I realized the last 2 variety packs over the last 2 days did not drop at the correct time. There was an issue with the photo files not basically uploading, or they did upload them, but they did not necessarily save to Shopify. Some weird technical error. So hopefully for the next variety packs, we don't have this same issue again. However, just in case, Friday, 7 a.m. West Coast time, 10 a.m. East Coast time. Nice little 4-pack of variety pack hats, starting off with the Houston Astros script. This one is going to be a chrome white crown, navy blue, very dark navy blue for the button and the upper visor, navy blue and metallic gold for the interior and the exterior for the Astros script. And this one is going to be a side baddie. So no Batterman logo on the back. It's going to be a side. So kind of think AWACS, but also in the theme of the retro scripts that we just dropped. Excellent timing on this one. This one's going to have a cool gray under visor, black sweatband. And this bad boy is made in China.
I
love it.
Yeah.
Good looking hat.
Yeah.
Excuse
Next
me,
up.
I got to blow my nostrils real quick.
Do it. Next up, we haven't had a lot of Cincinnati Reds hats, but here's one that's getting added to the mix.
Ooh.
Actually kind of a nice one. I dig this one very much. I know it's not the theme of it, but it's kind of got like Disneyland Haunted Mansion vibes in the color scheme, as well as when you look at the 150th anniversary patch on the side, it kind of has that. Elk Dot also on the right path there. So I just didn't want to give it away as far as what's going on there. But this one's going to be a navy blue crown, black button, black upper visor. Obviously going to be white, metallic silver, a little bit of neon green in the mix there. And then neon green and light lavender purple in the side patch details there. So yes, this one's dropping on Friday.
Oh, I thought that was part of Horror Pack.
Yeah, see, you were reading my mind, Austin. I was like, we're giving people early looks, early peeks at it.
No, hold on. Let me check the schedule again.
No, you're right. It is a variety
It's
pack.
like
Yeah,
it's
okay,
like how
okay.
we did. It's like how we did the last year. Remember when we had one that was horror pack but dropped in a variety?
Mhm.
Very similar execution.
You got me paranoid right now.
No,
Yeah.
you're
No, I just didn't realize that it
No, you're
wasn't.
good.
Yeah.
But this is going to be 2 different shades of purple in the Batterman logo on the back, darker on the right side, lighter on the left side, and of course the white Batterman logo in the center. This one's going to have a retro green under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, and this one is going to be made in China. So yes, this one, the Astro one I just showed off, are going to be dropping on Friday.
Got the juice.
Got the
Got
juice,
the juice.
not the sauce, but the juice.
juice.
Speaking of sauce, Willie McCovey, baby, era San Francisco Giants. Hold on, there's this. Nope, I got it.
Mhm.
Old school San Francisco Giants. So this is going to date back to 1961. This is the first logo the Giants ever had. So the kind of off-center interlock logo SF, black crown, black upper visor, orange button up top. 1961 All-Star game for the side patch. Sticking with the era, there's going to be no Batterman logo on the back, but it is going to have a retro green under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag, and this one's going to be made in China as well. And I know for a fact that these are currently at Great Mall.
Shauna, this was for you.
Yeah, this one's for Shauna.
And whoever was asking for Arizona Diamondbacks hats, I told you we're going to have one coming out.
Woo!
So another V-Backs logo. This time it's going to be metallic pewter on the inside, which I got to say, when it hits the light right, it dances, baby.
Woo!
Very nice.
And of course, purple for the scales, but it's going to be olive green crown, black button, black upper visor, 1998 inaugural season Diamondbacks on the side patch, to which case there's going to be a lot of burgundy, a little bit of purple and beige on the exterior there, metallic pewter and metallic copper on the interior there. Metallic copper, black, and lavender as far as the flat stitch Batterman logo on the back. And cool gray under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside. And this bad boy is made in China as well. So yes, these 4 are going to be dropping Friday, this upcoming Friday, hatclub.com, Hat Club app, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And all local teams, of course, will be at the local store. So expect to see these in Arizona. Expect to see this one at Great Mall. And the other 2 only online.
Yeah.
Good-looking crowns.
Yeah, that Cincinnati definitely reminds me of it was the 2.0 horror pack that we did.
Yeah.
Mr. Running Red.
No, that's what kind of threw me off as well, Austin. When I first saw it, it seemed out of place. And I was gonna say nothing against the other 3 hats that are as far as that variety pack, but as far as like it being spooky season, it just seemed like one that should be dropping along with the other ones later.
Yeah,
So.
I agree.
But hey, nothing wrong with a little bit of randomness in the variety packs there.
Yeah, no
Not
worries.
at all.
All right. We've got another color story coming at you guys. Actually, I'm going to say neutral colors for the most part, but just something that's going to be able to blend, match with anything. These are going to be dropping on Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hatclub.com, Hat Club app. And yes, every store is going to be getting these as well. This is going to be the black and brown two-tones. Let me go back to the big screen here.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say nothing too out of the ordinary, just like good little fall edition colorways to add to your collection. The LA Dodger here, of course, is going to be a little bit more of a beige colorway on the interior, metallic copper exterior, and that is going to be flat stitch. But yeah, black and brown two-tones, brown for the button, brown for the upper visor, black crowns. 1988 World Series to kick things off.
Reminds me of like a few of the variety packs that John has done for I think SF, but still nice. Like I think like Cap Crusader said, I like the use of copper hints on here. Definitely kind of gives the hat a good pop.
Yeah, I know I said beige on the interior there, but I usually say bone, and everybody kind of laughs and giggles like your children. So But flat stitch batting on the back, black bone and metallic copper coloring. All these are going to have a retro green under visor, which I actually feel like gives it a really nice touch. Black on the sweatband, Hack Club tag on the inside, and every single one of these is going to be made in China.
Very solid.
Yeah, good daily wearers for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, starting off strong. We are going up to the mid-90s Open Star Houston Astros next. This is not a gigantic logo, thank God. But this one is going to have the Astrodome patch on the side. So that is going to be a very dark green with metallic copper for the Astrodome patch. So
do like that. Like how we
well
use those colors on that side patch.
Green UV black sweatband, Hack Club tag, made in China, of course.
Mm-hmm.
One of the last few that we're going to be busting out with the actual Oakland script on the front. And I mean, unbiased, this is actually one of the best ones in the pack.
Yeah, no, I can see that Oakland script to the. Oh yeah, yep.
Good looking crown. Good looking crown.
Well done. I'm sad that we won't get many more of these after this season, but very, very well executed. Well done.
Only got one guy to blame for that. So, and if you guys can't tell, there is a little bit of like light lavender purple there in the sash.
Oh,
I was going to ask about that.
I couldn't tell until you pointed it out. That's
yeah. I think the fact that they just threw all the copper in the sky behind the bridge is
pretty
dope. Hey, Cap Crusader, go fuck yourself.
Quickly to answer best of AZ. So Glow My Gods. I've seen a lot of people ask for that in chat. So those are not coming back. There is a little different iteration of it in a future month this year that I believe was supposed to touch down for October, but just ended up getting pushed. But very cool looking design. So
agreed.
I agree. All right, next up, this one's definitely in my top 3 as well. 1970s era Detroit Tiger D logo, bone interior, metallic copper exterior, Tiger Face America Park for the side patch.
I've not seen us use that side patch a lot with Detroit hats. I really, really like that side patch.
Yeah.
And the details on that Tiger look very, very sharp as well. Sharper than
I feel like we need a soundboard of just Ben doing all the mascot audio.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you guys hang out with me enough. It's not me just putting on a front and just making sound effects. Like I do this shit in real life too. Which is why I'm dead convinced like I have Tourette's, even though I've never been diagnosed with it. But no, I've always been a sucker for this era of a Detroit Tigers D logo, just because it throws back to Mark Fidrich and company back in the 1970s. So, yeah. All right. Up next, California Angels. My favorite California Angels logo, to be more specific. This one is going to be the bolder version. So this is like 1989 to 1992. Of the straight bars A logo with the halo on top. And this one is going to have the 1989 All-Star game for the side patch.
Great looking crown. This is in 2 spot right now for me.
No,
the dude 1113 on IG. Yes, sir.
Yes. I think I would like this logo for the Angels a lot from when we released it with Beer Pack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite Angels with that specific logo.
Shout out to Interstate 19 on that one too. Up next, so cursive style Arizona Diamondbacks, bone interior, metallic copper exterior, and of course that heavily detailed 25th anniversary Arizona born side patch.
So that's red alternating with copper in that sunset. That's insane. That's
actually, it's not copper. It's basically like peanut butter khaki. So the only metallics that are going on here for the side patch are going to be the metallic copper, kind of like for the letters and of course the outskirts there.
Yeah. That's like how the colors are spaced out and put in it. Yeah, that's That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's slowly starting to become one of my favorite patches outside of the traditional 98.
I can agree with that.
Because it's
can
like,
definitely
I
agree with
think,
that.
because what there's the World Series, there's the 98, there's that one, and then the stadium patch. I'm trying to think of any other D-back side patches.
Chase Field.
Chase Field, yeah.
But that's kind of a newer one anyway.
Yeah.
Did you say the 01 World Series?
I didn't say which
20th
year.
anniversary of the World Series.
There was that one as well, yeah. But yeah, I mean, this 25th is definitely what we've been doing with it from a color blocking perspective. It's climbing up there for me.
Best of AZ with the 2011 All-Star Game. Correct?
True.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, alternate logo San Francisco Giants. And what I mean by that is the alternate logo actually has a border around it, unlike the game style, which is just the straight SF. So hence why we have the metallic copper exterior for the SF logo for this one. And this one's going to be 2007 All-Star Game as well. So much like the Level Up pack.
Do like what we did with the copper sky and that. That's funny. Do like.
Oh yeah, 23 World Series. I forgot all of last year.
I didn't want to rub any D-backs fans the wrong way with talking about that one. I figured we skip over that one.
Why couldn't y'all win? Jeez. Anyway, this one is an interesting combination for this. So Atlanta Braves, this one is going to be a flat stitch logo. So bone interior metallic copper, 1999 World Series side patch. So
it's a love-hate relationship with this patch. Love the patch, just hate what it meant for us that year. It's like, but I mean, very well executed. I love the fact that we put the green inside the glove and we kind of basically split the diamond as
See, I feel like I'm in the minority here, but I don't mind doing a patch where the year that they lost.
I don't either.
I would love to see more 2015 Mets hats, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just, David always likes to rub it in as far as the fact that the Yankees beat us that year.
Well, David has problems.
Wow.
Was it 4-2, David? Yeah, it was 4-2.
He's a Yankees fan and he's a Steelers fan. He's got problems.
Well, and here's the interesting reason why I put him in this particular order, because next up, of course, is going to be the flat stitch NY logo. So bone interior with the metallic copper exterior. But this one has the 96 World Series side patch to it.
Not mad at it.
No. I mean, I will say, as far as color details, you can cram a lot more into the 96, but I feel like the 99 has become so iconic and synonymous with hat collecting that it's like, yeah, to do it on the Braves but not do it on the Yankees is just kind of an interesting move.
And yeah, I would have thought you would have switched it, but it's a nice change. It's a nice switch up. Not mad at that.
All right, got 4 to go. Next up is going to be the Tejas Rangers. So very metallic copper border around the T there, bone interior, 1995 All-Star Game. So a lot of metallics going on here with the metallic copper, some maroon, dark forest green, and some more of that peanut butter khaki.
Oh,
I'm liking this a lot.
I think that might be my favorite one so far.
Oh my.
No, I think this definitely screams fall.
All right. This one I dig a lot for obvious reasons. A little bit of a different kind of shape to the Block S logo, just because the additional like border around it. But I like it a little bit more just because we can cram more color inside of it.
Are you picking this one up, Ben?
What's that?
Are you picking this one up?
I might. Yeah.
This one's actually going to drop out.
Great.
What? No.
Show that side patch. Good Lord.
I know.
Nah, that's number one. That's number one. I'm sorry. That's every time we've ever executed that patch and we've colored the mountain and kind of made it look like some kind of National Geographic nature photo. I've always said that patch is just nasty. Like, it's very well executed. what's the other one we did? I think it was basically essentially like almost a Sweethearts inspired Seattle where we did something similar with that. Amazing.
And the one thing I'll go back to in regard to like how this front logo is different from say I threw it away from me so I can't grab it. So it's a little bit smaller of a Block S logo, but like I said, it has a border around it, unlike the typical Block S logo, which is basically just the interior S.
I like that more.
Whatever the drop shadow is. So there's a lot more detail that's going on here, which is why I like this one a little bit more.
Yeah,
there was a particular collection that Tef and I were talking about a good stretch ago where it's like if it had that extra border to it, and for the life of me, I cannot remember which collection that was.
It was a Colorstory. I just can't remember what that Colorstory was. But yes, because I think we were thinking it was a Seattle hat, but I think it was a Negro League team.
It was the Steelheads.
The Steelheads, yes.
You're right.
Yeah,
all right. Two left.
Grandpa with the interesting question. Is that logo always been sized that way, Ben? Or is it
this one?
Yeah, or can we make that front logo larger? Is that just how it's sized?
I think this one is just how it's sized. Because it is a little bit smaller. So, but I mean, just because the fact that it has more detail to it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it looks fine.
All right. Do you guys want Bird B or Bird T? We've only got 2 left, so it's really more of a question of which one do you want to see first, Bird B or Bird T?
Bird T.
Sure.
Austin?
That's my
vote. Sounds good. Yeah, let's do it.
So in the grand scheme of things, of being able to use metallic coloring, metallic threading, and then just a beautiful assortment of fall colors, this is kind of why I wanted to show this one off last, but you guys did Bird T. Exactly.
Yeah.
Probably
one of the best muscle bird Toronto Blue Jays logos that we've dropped.
Listen, I don't know what my top 3 is going to be. I've had different permutations every single time we've shown a hat. This is monstrous.
It's a nice looking crown.
I mean, and you say one of the best T-Birds, Ben. I feel like Ronnie has one in that conversation as well. But
no, I totally agree with that. But very similar color scheme going on there, especially with the metallic copper. So that's kind of why I personally feel like it's in the same wheelhouse there.
No, the fact that the bat is actually like that burnt rust color, so it actually looks like a wooden bat. No, that's okay. Yeah,
it's doing things.
Yeah, I think Cap Crusader saying this might be the best color story of the year. I'm not in a position to debate with you right now.
Same.
I'm not.
No, I really love the way this all turned out. And then just wait till you see the last one I'm going to show you guys. So this is where I was like, between the two, I really dug these ones a lot. But going with the early 90s style full body bird logo and the fact that this whole thing is goddamn metallic copper, but on all the right areas, all the right shadings, and especially with the blend of the 50th anniversary logo on the side. I was going to say, either way, you're a winner, to quote Ashley Schaefer from Eastbound and Down for these last 2. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that I like the T-Bird more.
Okay, that's
fair. But
I feel like the O's I feel like it's a color story, so I mean it's not supposed to be anything like super unique, but I just feel like it's been done.
Yeah, I think we've done metallics on the bird logo for I think Pink Bottom Month with the real tree visors. I think we did that. That bird logo is actually really starting to I want to see more hats with it.
This one?
Yeah. It's a really good looking hat. I just think that the T-Bird outshines it. Especially looking at it right next to each other.
Yeah, by far, I think it's
T-Bird to me just it looks unique.
The T-Bird is reminding me of Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
and then you have this is tough. That's tough. Yeah.
So anyway, Colorstory, black and brown two-tone coming your way Monday. 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app, and of course at all Hack Club locations. My order for these, Orioles and Toronto are tied for first at the top, and then I'm going to go Oakland, and then I'm going to go Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
And then Tigers is like a very close fourth place.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, CGU said they wanted to see the Tigers. Chat wanted to see the Tigers again.
I'll bust that out again.
Yeah, and shout out to High TTV for also reminding us that Nadi's has strong birds as well. So I mean, when you talk about best strong birds, I think Hat Club's ever released, definitely got to put Nadi's creations in the conversation as well. But for my top three, because I forgot about the Oakland, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Like, I showed it off too early.
Yeah, so like for me, battling it for the third spot really is going to be the Oakland and the Seattle. Number two is I really, really want to put the Orioles in that number 2 slot, but I'm like debating the Texas because the Texas was really, really nice as well. Didn't have to do a lot. It just had color in the right places. But I think I'm going to put the Orioles in that second slot because I feel like we've seen Texas's with that side patch front logo combination for a while. Number 1 for me has got to be the T-Bird. Got to put respect on it. That's insane. I think, like Cap Crusader said, this is probably the best color story that we've done all year, hands down.
That's fair. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, the one thing I'll go back to with a lot of the color stories that we've done, and I've picked up quite a few of them, just because of the fact that it's a good combination of colors. It matches with something, and especially, going into a new season such as fall. Like, finally, it's not hot as balls outside in Oakland anymore. But it's a great blend, and that's why I've always kind of liked that what we've done with the color stories.
Yeah, and for Chad that was asking, this is Rushmore 2.0. Shouts out to Sneaker Fiend Day. Good Bucky Brewers here. Shouts out to Long Live Bucky as always.
Yeah. So, yes, the color story that we're dropping on Monday is dropping at every Hat Club location as well. I think every store is getting like 3 or 4, possibly 5 or 6 teams. So you guys are in good shape on that.
And with this color story pack, Ben, because most of our color stories are pretty healthy stock, is this pretty much the same for these?
Yeah,
it should be. Yeah.
Extremely healthy stock. Yeah. So color stories are always meant to run at least a 3-month supply.
Oh.
So.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say my top 3.
Oh yeah, we
all right. Now you already did.
Texas.
Right.
No, I did not. Texas, Oakland, and then T-Birds.
You did. That's gonna be the route you're gonna go on.
Yep.
You didn't have Baltimore anywhere in your top 3?
No, it's not even cracking the top 5.
I'm sorry. What city do you live in?
I don't know. It's just like I get. It's a nice looking hat. I just don't understand why you guys are losing your shit over it.
You know what?
Nice looking hat, but I mean, I just feel like it's one that's been done.
I feel like for me, it's like I think I have a little bit of buyer's remorse because I should have gotten the Orioles that we had with the Seinfeld pack, and and then we had the Orioles had that drop for Pink Bottom Month, like I said, with a real tree, and then now seeing this one actually being like in the fall colors, and I was thinking I didn't know what direction we were going to go because I was like maybe we might go burnt like that burgundy color for the wings. The fact that we went metallic copper on the wings, I was like, this is exactly what I would want if I had this bird logo in my collection.
Yeah, I like the Seattle more. I like the I feel like I like the Detroit more.
I can see that.
So, yeah. I mean, it's a great everyday wear hat, but just feels normal.
G. Laurent, in regard to the color story for the Mariners specifically, I have a feeling it is dropping in the Arizona stores because the Seattle's definitely dropping in the Great Mall store. So that might be one of the teams that every single store is getting. But I would say, yeah, come Monday, if you got time, just run by the store, give them a call, double check to see what teams they have. Unless we're going to post on IG about them, which we actually might. So I just need to update the team board in regard to that. I'll talk to AB about it since he handles the Arizona account.
Shout out to the GOAT.
Or sorry, the Hat Club PHX account. My apologies. All right. Moving on into Tuesday, we actually have 2 drops that day. One is going to be early in the morning, and then one is going to be in the regular time. Tef is going to take over the regular time one, but I will go over the early morning one first off. So this is going to be Tuesday, 8:00 in the morning, West Coast time. Put it back on. It didn't fit me. It's a 7 1/4. Why when somebody asks, "Oh, how's the size fit?" I'm a 7 1/2. It's fucking small in my head. What were you thinking? So anyway, 8 a.m. West Coast time, 11 a.m. East Coast time. These are going to be a variety pack for you guys. Starting off from our design collective, Mr. Hillside Goods. This is the Herons. So plain Jane, but he did do a different color scheme. So that is going to be a Kelly green for the New Era flag on the side, burgundy crown, button, and upper visor. And yes, this is a custom design S logo for the Herons. And of course, the Hillside Goods in tonal colorway for the Batterman logo on the back. So last time we had a Hillside Goods hat, I want to say it was like a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago. They always do really well sales-wise, just because the fact that he always does an incredible job as a designer. Does a lot of clink room hats as well. But this one's going to have a retro green under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside. And this one is going to be made in China. So shout out to Chris Hillside.
That's
for the
dope.
beautiful design.
Love it. Yeah.
IG chat, horror packs next week, guys.
Yeah.
One more week to be spooky.
Yeah.
Next up. So speaking of hockey, but this one is actually not a hockey hat, even though when you see it, you will think that it is a hockey hat. This is actually a Minnesota Twins hat.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. This one kind of threw me off a bit. So that is going to be a Kelly. What?
Thick. That is a thick logo with two T's.
Yes. So Kelly green for the crown, black button, black upper visor. I'm assuming this is like the alternate 5 logo then, with the MN with the star in the center, but it is going to have the state of Minnesota with the star for the side patch here. So yeah, this is where it's like you would normally think hockey, but it's got the Batterman logo on the back, so metallic gold, black, and Kelly green as well. And then going back to what Tefuri was talking about earlier in regard to, hey, are we going to have NHL hats with icy blue undervisors? Guess what? Hat Club original icy blue undervisor on this bad boy.
Can you show that?
Yes, thank you, James. It's the City Connect. My apologies. I knew it's like, I don't know why I couldn't put 2 and 2 together on that. So yes.
Can you show that from a side profile? No, full side profile. Yeah, that thing's
you can see the front logo on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. But black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, and this one is going to be made in China.
No, I do like this hat. Shouts out to IG chat for saying you might want to, wear this hat if you were going to summon a Dragon Zord, possibly. Things you can do.
I like that. Day late and a buck short on this one, but Baltimore Orioles with that cowhide interior for the alt logo, black and white. Holstein, baby. Orange interior, black ground, black button, black upper visor. And then the 30th anniversary of the Orioles organization. Of course, they won the World Series in 1983, the year I was born. So
yep.
What's I got to say about 83 being a year of greatness? Flat stitch baddie on the back. And then this one's going to be a Hat Club original pink under visor, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside. And this
strawberry milk O's.
Yes.
I think I like it more than the first one.
Yeah. I think as a tonal, it looks better than as a two-tone.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah. You would have been proud of me, Ben. I did see a cow, and I was able to correctly identify it as a Holstein. I was like, everybody's like, that's a cow. I said, no, that's not. It's just not a cow, sir. Let me learn you something real quick.
I don't know why that stuck to my memory ever since I was like 2 years old. Once I learned what a Holstein cow is, but yeah, it's locked in there, man, for life.
Yeah, listen, they left that conversation much more learned about cows, man. So thank you.
All right, we got another V-Backs hat for you guys. This time, a very unique colorway, lavender for the crown, maroon for the upper visor and the button, and that is going to be a sea foam green on the interior with a little bit of a forest green for the scales, metallic copper exterior, and 25th anniversary Arizona born for the side patch. I don't know why. I dig this hat.
I think it's the combination of lavender and is it maroon or burgundy?
It's maroon. Oh, you can go burgundy. It's darker, so yeah.
Yeah.
Is that going to be your second V-backs?
It might be actually. I don't know why. I'm very drawn to this. And then of course the skyline is going to be metallic icy blue and seafoam green.
I like that. I do like the fact how we split up the colors. I feel like the last couple of weeks we've been showing that side patch has been a masterclass on how to do that side patch properly.
Yeah.
Shouts out to us, man.
Seriously.
I feel like this could make a good color story.
I think so too. And a very good looking Batterman logo on the back. So seafoam, forest green, metallic copper. But this one's going to be a good gray with a black sweatband hat club tag. And this one is made in China as well. Very Magneto color scheme vibes.
Okay.
Sure. Whatever.
I mean, I agree with that one. But
yeah. I feel like it's like his.
You also have it in hand, and I don't. So
yeah. All right. Last but not least, so this is the early morning drop. This is going to be anyway, what we were talking about in regard to the Block S Mariners. Let me bust it out. Hold on one second. So I'll show this one off, and I'll do a side-by-side comparison as far as what I'm talking about for this stuff. But anyway, another gradient style Seattle Mariners Block S, black crown, black button, black upper visor. That is going to be very Kelly green for the drop shadow, forest green for the outline, and then yes, kind of like a Sunny Delight color combination as far as the interior for the S. Obviously, we've got the red lines going up on the above, so it does give it that gradient style. But this one's going to be the 1989 All-Star Game side patch.
I was thinking the same thing, Lifted Truck. I was definitely thinking the same thing based off of the color scheme.
Yeah, you guys are correct.
Mm-hmm. But I like the fact that if you're not really paying attention to how the colors are put together, it probably wouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, it's interesting, but yes, very baseball cardy. If you guys know, you know. Retro green under visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, made in China. So here's what I was talking about in regard to size difference between the S logos and of course the details that are going on here. And as I say, there's no wrong answer between the two. It's just this one obviously is stretched out a little bit more. But this one you cram a little bit more just because of the way that the border is set up and the fact that it's like a little bit more condensed.
Yeah, I think
I like the color story better.
Yeah, I think condensed wise, it's a better. I think on the color story hat, it just the colors between that front logo and side patch just go together a lot better. Whereas with this one, it's like you said, understanding the hook, so to speak, kind of helps you understand the color placement.
But yeah, these are the 5 hats that'll be dropping Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. West Coast time, 11 a.m. East Coast time. HatClub.com, Hat Club app, and of course, a few of these will be in Hat Club stores. But now we are moving to Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. HatClub.com, Hat Club app only. What you got, Tef?
So, actually, I wore this. I think last week.
Yeah. 214 Fitted says, I'm currently in New York and tomorrow I'm headed to NoHo for the first time ever. Excited to see the Heat.
Congratulations, brother.
That's dope. That's dope. Tell the crew we say hi. They were showing us off. I have a couple of weekly meetings with the NoHo crew. They were showing off some of the Yankees and Mets that they have in stock there. Some really good stuff if you're looking to pick up one of those two teams.
Yep. So obviously, you guys in IG chat as well as in Twitch have been asking questions about, hey, when are you guys going to show off Horror Pack? Coming very soon, but we've been sprinkling a little bit of spooky stuff in between, each of these drops. So
spooky.
One of these is a hat that I'm sure you guys have seen.
Yes.
100 John's page. Friday the 13th fitted. Jason mask, real tree, black top visor. So two-tone black button, black top visor. Jason mask with blood spatters behind it.
App
Realtree
exclusive
background.
on these, Tef.
Oh, these are app exclusives?
Yep.
Perfect. Yep. So you have to have the app, the Hack Club app, to be able to purchase these. For those that don't know, gray UV, black guts. This is made in China. So reason why a lot of people like Elked Out and others are saying that a lot of people are saying that, you know, if you remember the the Baltimore Orioles, that was one of the hats that we released in the previous horror packs. This combination definitely went crazy. So another reason why, if you don't have the app and have not downloaded it, I highly recommend that you do so. This one definitely had to come home.
There is one interior detail on the sweatband you forgot to mention.
Oh, I did. So obviously we have the Hack Club badge on the sweatband, but we also have this badge, Friday the 13th. So a lot of good Easter eggs on this hat. Like I said, I really like how it looks. I have a specific hoodie from a specific company. If you know, Warren Lotus, that I will definitely be wearing this hat with. But I love how we put this together. Definitely very clean. Highly recommend that you grab it if you can.
Space Hippie, that's next week, my friend.
Yes. All right. So Tef obviously just showed off the Realtree black two-tone. We are also going to have just the black crown, black button, black upper visor version as well. Same Jason Voorhees hockey mask with the blood splatter behind. Same Friday the 13th side patch, if you want to call it that, on the side. No logo on the back, but this one is going to have gray under visor, black sweatband. The same Hack Club tag as well as the Friday the 13th tag on the interior. And this one is going to be made in China as well. And for all you A-frame aficionados, we are going to have the A-frame versions dropping as well. So in both styles. So Realtree camo black two-tone, snapular. And yes, these are going to have the Friday the 13th tag on the inside as well. And all these are going to be made in China. So first one up. And then, of course, the all black version as well.
Yep.
Dope.
Good crowns, drop it on the app. Guys, definitely go. Make sure that if you're not already have the app downloaded and are signed up, make sure that you do so. Trying to do that the day of, it will get cooked and you will not get one. So, highly recommend that you do that ahead of time. Get everything.
I know a lot of people have already, like a lot of employees have already picked up both the A-frames and the fitteds. So already got a little cooked.
So like I said, to the fastest fingers be the spoils.
I was laughing in regard to your downloading the app and trying to do it day of because Austin and I basically tried to do that with the GOAT app in regard to the Oregon Duck shoes that dropped last week. And wow, what a colossal failure that fucking was.
Yeah, I could have told you guys now ahead of time, 2 days.
I was trying to cop for Ben. Well, Ben's a size 15, so I thought we might have a shot. But I was trying to cop for Ben. I had already had the GOAT app downloaded, but I was trying to be a good friend.
So, and I wish you would have told me, Ben. I would have entered for you too.
No, I appreciate that. I think some other people did as well, but I will say, if you're one of the people that bought a size 15 just for the purpose of reselling it, fuck you, pal.
Trust me, it's
Ben. When is that juicy Cincinnati Reds dropping?
That's going to be dropping on Friday at 7 a.m. West Coast time.
Set your alarm.
Very juicy.
Don't just, after you cop it, don't say his name 3 times because I heard that might get your order canceled. Things to keep in mind.
Hey, I'm going to throw this out here because I'm going to be on vacation tomorrow through Wednesday, so I will not be on the next episode of ReCap, unfortunately. But we got the 2 swaggiest gents in the business that can obviously handle the show for me. So if your order gets canceled between tomorrow and Wednesday, don't blame me. Don't hit me up. My ass is going to be in Wisconsin. So
this is the same place that like the water park is right next to the hotel, right, Ben?
Yes, it is. Wisconsin Dells. Yes.
Yeah. And then Tef is really going to be carrying the show next week because I know jack shit about horror movies. So
listen, what I will say is that Next week will be spooky. You guys have been asking. You guys have been, really wanting to see some of the hats. I might actually bring up some of the hats that we've released even over the years just to do brim switches throughout the shows and talk about those. I think that'll be super duper interactive. You guys kind of saw, if you weren't paying attention tonight, threw up the OG.
It's the best one.
Chicago Cubs. If you've been paying attention to Postman and some of the designers' pages, you've been definitely seeing some hats that are definitely spooky themed. So we're excited for next week. Definitely want to show you guys some great crowns and, get you guys' opinion. Maybe even ask you guys, what's the best horror pack? Is OG the best, or is there, did the fourth pack overtake the first pack? It's a lot of different things in there. Got to cover, man.
I will say I am saddened and upset because I am a horror movie aficionado. And the fact that I'm not going to be here next week is actually kind of upsetting.
Yeah, I feel
but
like
I love my wife. And she walks away.
Love my wife. The other point was definitely that was great recovery there. Great barrel roll, Ben. Great barrel roll. But I will say, like, I think that I'll kind of tilt my hand a little bit. I will say that the OG to me just was different. I think it set the bar for us. I think as far as doing packs, I think Postman would say that even himself. That I think the first pack there was just you had so many movies, and I think because of how quickly it went, I think I remember the day of that I was trying to do that. I landed in LA, and I actually had the Cubs in my cart and could not check out. Could not check out.
I'll give a little inside scoop here to people. So questions about asking for in store for horror pack. So there will be one store that gets horror pack. Our good friends in Los Angeles.
Oh man.
Hollywood had to get the movies,
Yeah.
So they will have it. They'll have early access as well.
Ooh.
So,
okay. I'm seeing people freaking out based on when we're dropping the horror pack hats. Do y'all not know how a fucking calendar works? Because we told you next week's show. Next week is the 23rd. That's a whole ass week before Halloween. And y'all are talking about, it's not going to show up till November. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Why would it not? Well, okay. I'm not going to lie to you. The only person that I will believe that from is Sharoy. Because for whatever reason.
Right. Yeah, if you're Canadian, you're going to be celebrating a little late. But yeah.
Sharoy is the only person I will accept that from. If you live
stateside, you're fine.
Yeah.
But my God. Halloween's not next week. Halloween's 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like, well, isn't the 31st a Friday this year?
That was a Thursday.
No, it's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Okay, yeah. So yeah, y'all will be fine. And if you're that pressed about it, when you go through and you check out, make sure you hit what's the fastest one, but just be willing to come up off the coins so that it gets to you quickly.
Somebody asked about the Oakland script. I got a feeling that Tef's going to be showing that off next week.
Yes. If it's the one that I think we're talking about. Yes.
It's part of a variety pack. So yeah. I'll make sure to, because obviously the hats aren't coming to me. They're going to be going to Tef for next week. So I will make sure to, that one is definitely going to be in there. I saw it on the list. So
yeah. You guys have, see, I've been working on my Vanna White. My lighting is perfect. See, you guys are going to be able to see these hats in HD in glory, 4K. Awesomeness.
Somebody asked if I've seen Terrifier 3 yet. I have not seen part 2 or part 1 yet. I just haven't gotten around to it. I at some point will just see the entire trilogy like sequentially. But then somebody was also complaining because apparently Terrifier is not included in the horror pack this year, and it's like, brother, have I got news for you?
Oh man, listen, there's some movies that I'm surprised we haven't done. I was actually surprised that Candyman with the specific logo from the Cleveland Guardians, formerly the Cleveland Indians, was not utilized because it resembles slightly a hook. But I mean, the one thing I can say about Postman is that he's always watching, he's always paying attention. So if there is something that was not captured, more things to look forward to.
And I will say, in regard to Candyman, because it takes place in Southside Chicago, maybe that has more to do with why there wasn't that connection there.
Yeah, I think that would probably be. It's like it all just depends on the hook and how exactly you want to execute it. But I feel like that was one where it's like we had the big slasher, titans in the sense of Freddy, Jason,
Yeah.
and then obviously we have even Hannibal, at one point, for one of those. So I was interested as to why that one hasn't got one yet. But I feel like Candyman's more of like an indie horror film in the sense that about it, but I don't think it's one of the first ones that come to mind when you think of horror movies or slashers in general.
Well, and I know we're jumping ahead in regard to next week, but it's like the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs one, like the hook there makes sense in regard to like which one it's based on. But what's funny is in my head, I had a completely different movie in mind called Motel Hell, which features a killer who wears a pig head for his mask. And I thought it was that, but then apparently, nope, I'm 100% wrong on that.
Yeah, I was like, because immediately when I saw it, I was like, maybe Jigsaw, maybe something I was, so it was a lot. That's where you have like a lot of those ambiguous symbols that can be a lot of different things, which helps us because then people can't try to pin us down with a specific movie.
I will say, if there's one that I hope to God that we bring back, it is definitely the New York Mets from the first pack we ever did.
Surprisingly, I've seen that one not going for as much on Grail. I've been actually stalking a 3/8 for a while, and it's not going for that much. Now I have to double check because I know that one was re-rocked, I believe.
Well, I was gonna say there were a couple scumbags, we'll call them, companies. Who decided to basically do them detail for detail because hey.
Yeah, I mean, there's like
y'all a bunch of cheating hoes.
Now, but like we talk about MILB logos too, and I think what I would like to see even the horror pack becoming in the future is maybe not even, well, I mean, in this pack we kind of did it, and I mean those that have seen the packs, y'all seen that there have been some minor leagues that we've kind of put into there as well, but I like to see that more because I mean, shoot, you got Insidious, right? Like immediately that hat that we showed off a while back, I immediately thought that could have been good.
Yeah, it's true. Austin, you're lively.
Yeah, I have nothing to contribute to horror conversation.
So Austin, do you not watch? Would you say that you don't watch scary movies because of just plot and just simplicity?
Yeah, I think they kind of suck if I'm being honest.
No, I mean, but you're not wrong. I definitely will say when I sit and watch a movie, I'm definitely not expecting an Oscar performance from
just never have a desire to. I always think that I mean, like I know it's massive and there's cult followings to a lot of these specific ones. I mean, there's legit horror cons. So I just never have had interest in horror movies. Tried them as a kid, tried them as a teen, like just
didn't do anything. Just
never stuck with me.
I'll say the one movie, and I might be blasphemous for saying this, I think the one movie that's always kind of just been, I mean, the movie that's always mystified me the most, I would say, is definitely Halloween. Like just for the sense of he is a regular man and just going around doing all this stuff. But I would even say Scream. I put Scream in that same category too. It's just interesting how there's an actual timeline and like a whole way that these movies tie together canonically, which I thought was that Cap Crusade. I mean, you could go into a whole diatribe that we'll save for next week about Michael Myers, but I will say that yes, by the nature of him being a supernatural being like a Candyman or like a Freddy or like a Jason, for all intents and purposes, as the character was initially written, he was supposed to be just a man. It's not supposed to be anything else more than that. And he is called The Shape.
David has a good point. Growing up as not only a Mets fan but a Bills fan was a horror movie enough for me. So and also let's not forget that I'm a Red Sox fan as my second team. So like,
oh man,
until 2004 hit, I was in pain. So
pain-ery.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll add to in regard to Halloween, because that is hands down my favorite. Not so much 4, 5, and 6, but I mean the first two movies I thought were a good 1-2 punch, and especially because they basically killed Michael Myers off after the second one. And then Season of the Witch, which is part 3, because it was supposed to be an anthology series. That one just going fully off the rails. I love that movie just because of how bizarre it is. But when I was in college, between sports and news writing and stuff like that, because I went to school for journalism, I was actually on the path to be a movie critic. And took a lot of film studies courses and stuff like that. And Halloween is definitely one of my top 5 favorite films of all time. I've written many a paper on it. And especially when you talk about one of the most successful films of all time, the budget that went into producing that movie and how much money it made on the back end is just absolutely earth shattering. Once you guys kind of do the financials of it. And it really lives up to modern times. And I would still say John Carpenter, for writing, producing, and then doing his own music for the movie on top of all his other films that he does as well. He always does his own music. The man's a fucking artist. And yeah.
I mean, even the reboots with Jamie Lee Curtis and I
like the first one because Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, who worked together on Eastbound and Down, etc. So yeah, the reboot of Halloween this most recent time was good, but then Kills was not that great. But Halloween Ends took a very interesting turn, and I still feel like 10 years from now, people will look back on it and be like, it was actually kind of a masterpiece of a movie just based on the way they ended it. But
yeah, I mean, it allowed Jamie Lee Curtis's character essentially to like sunset off, and he was able to be done with the movie and the franchise, and it essentially brought an end to Michael as, I guess, like an antagonist. But it's interesting. It's interesting in that. Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I was like, Austin, do you know this person?
Jimmy from high school.
The hell?
The cheerleading team is nothing without you. And remember that. What the hell? No, I do not know this person.
Oh my lord.
Oh wow. That's
God.
Austin has a stalker.
Someone trying to troll in chat.
Oh man.
But also it looks like it's a Lids account though, because look at Xlida.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, no, Cap Crusader, that got spooky real fast because I was like, wow, like it's so intricate. But then when I read Jimmy, I was like, Jimmy doesn't seem like a unique.
Yeah, Jimmy's not my type. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yes,
out of here.
Yeah, get him out of here. But yes, chat. Next week will be a very spooky show.
Well, obviously we didn't go to high school together, bro. So I mean,
but next week will definitely be a very spooky show. We will help Austin through it.
If we did some have we done a Get Out one? Like, I like thrillers. I just am not a horror movie person.
See,
there's like some that kind of blend in between those two.
See, that's the funny thing. Like Austin, like you said, like thrillers. Like, so we've done. I mean, there was allegedly a hat that was inspired by the Aflac man.
Okay.
For the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
Like, so I feel like, I mean, and then technically, it depends on who you ask. I mean, Hannibal, Silence of the Lambs, are they your typical horror movies? They have jumps. They're like more like psychological thrillers to me.
Yeah.
Then that just really shows how expansive of a genre horror really is.
Like, I like the Quiet Place movies. I like Cloverfield. I like thrillers. Like, I just not a horror movie like slash 'em guy. So
yeah. So, and I feel like that's like a subset of horror in itself. But then you have like movies like Gothica, movies like I say Gone Girl. I mean, and then you like, because you have supernatural horror, then you got thrillers that are more like kind of psychological, like Shutter Island, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you have like the slashers. Like, I think when you really you take the horror genre out and you really put it into its own separate compartments, there's a lot of different ways you could talk about it. So
would you guys consider those movies horror movies though? Like, I consider
which movie specifically?
Like the like Quiet Place and stuff like that, and like Get Out and no, I don't consider those horror movies.
Get Out, I'm going to throw into the thriller category,
Yeah.
but then again, at the same time, I can understand the horror perspective on it just because of the themes, and then just the execution on screen, and of course the killings that go on. So it fall into that category.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like even Us. Like Us to me probably fits more into that. It's unsettling. So like, and that's kind of really where it's interesting where you draw the line, because it's like Paranormal Activity, I think most people will classify as a horror movie because of the images and because of the fact that it's just unsettling. And it's like The Omen, other movies that you've probably seen that kind of fit in that supernatural category. But I would still say like Silence of the Lambs, there are like movies out there that you could make an argument because of, like, I don't think that the lack of gore makes a movie not a horror movie. I think it's like the unsettlingness of it, suspense, if it makes you jump or scare or stuff like that. Like I feel like Shutter Island is another one of those movies kind of in that.
Yeah, and I like Shutter Island too.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that. So
yeah, so it's like,
I just don't consider those horror movies like as a non-horror movie guy. So I don't want to like claim horror movies if they're not.
No, I mean, House of a Thousand Corpses, AZ, I would put that in the same category as like Hills Have Eyes, stuff like that.
I've never seen House of a Thousand Corpses.
It's out there, man. Yeah, it's Rob Zombie film. It was actually
it was funny. We were going to, I think my mom and I were going to go see a movie, and I was like a teenager, and we walked in and we sat down, like, and like that literally came on. So we were like, clearly we're in the wrong theater, so we had to like slide out. I was like the opening whole sequence. I mean, Rob Zombie is like kind of like Quentin Tarantino in the sense of very just anything that's just weird and grotesque. You're punch right in the face immediately when the first few scenes come on. So
Chucky is definitely in the horror genre. I mean, this goes back to the very first Child's Play. So
yeah, I was like, I mean, I think but to answer your question, Austin, I do think that movies that actually jump scare you, I don't feel like gore and slashing have to be the prototypical thing. I mean, like, I think when people think of horror, they'll think of Texas Chainsaw, Jason, Freddy, Candyman, all of that type of stuff. But I think that there's definitely more rich lore out there.
Yeah.
Beyond that, even like Sub Diego was saying, I would consider it has suspense.
I've never seen it.
So From is like a series. Yeah, it's like a series. It's not an actual movie, but it has suspenseful parts. But there's that balance of gore because, like, I won't ruin it for you, but there are things. They're monsters.
There's a 0% chance I'm gonna go watch
it. Well, I mean, but the whole idea was you're in this place. It's kind of like a mixture of like Lost and it's like a weird merging of like Lost and M. Night Shyamalan, The Village, in the sense of like you have like these weird monsters that exist, but they're like they don't pan away. Like they actually do show some of the gore and some of the actual interactions that the monsters have with the main characters and stuff like that. And it's
PG. We're done with hats. We're just
yeah.
Yeah,
but it's very Game of Thrones too, because main characters die pretty frequently.
So Philly 42086. Yeah, I would say Last House on the Left, the original one, especially Wes Craven, definitely falls under the exploitation category. But most of his early films did. I mean, just like The Hills Have Eyes. The fact that he was able to get away with a lot of that, and they actually showed most of that stuff in theaters, is pretty wild.
Yeah.
BT Kevin R, I'm going to bounce to you in regard to the fact that they haven't rebooted Tales from the Crypt. I kind of agree with that, but also in the same sense, when Tales of the Crypt started making the films, most notably Demon Knight, which I love, Bordello of Blood, which has its moments, but the fact that that was the film that basically killed the franchise off still kind of blows me away, just because I felt like there were so many other good stories that they could have gone down with. They always did a great job of finding great directors and a lot of like A-list talent to be in the show. But yeah, I would love to see it make a comeback.
Yeah, I think like you said, there are just certain movies that I do or certain things I do hope from a perspective that they leave alone. Like there's certain movies that I've seen that they've done reboots of or like extensions of. Like I kind of feel like Texas Chainsaw Massacre in a sense is a victim of that. I just don't. I don't think that that's a lore movie where, like, I think when they tried to get into the family aspect of it and really go pull that thread, it's like that's where we kind of say, Austin, like horror movies are not meant to be. I mean, with the exception of Scream and Halloween and other places where I feel like those franchises did a good job of storytelling so that you could make multiple iterations of it.
Yeah,
some of these movies were just meant to be gore fests, and when you're done watching it, you're done watching it, and it's on to the next thing.
Sub Diego 619. Okay, the very first Tales from the Hood movie was great. Actually, there were some moments that were like, as a kid watching it, scared the shit out of me, and I still think about a lot of those images and stuff. But the rest of the installments were not that good. Philly 42086 telling Austin to go watch Cannibal Holocaust. Don't do that, Austin.
No, don't do that, Austin.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's my girlfriend can't even get me to watch horror movies, so like she watches them nonstop while she's here.
Now one thing I will say that I have done since October has started, I've definitely watched at least one horror movie a day, until like October. So I've definitely done that.
Nice.
Like until October 31. So I've definitely done that. But it's interesting how limited the options are on streaming platforms. It's either really, really old movies that nobody really cares to see anymore, or they're like, I think one time like it was like Leprechaun, I think was like all I had left on like Tubi or something. And I was just like, I'm not watching that. No. Watch something else.
I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch any so far this month, and probably not gonna have a chance until next week once I'm back from Wisconsin. So
gotta binge
like really do a marathon of just like horror movies left and right.
Kicks in EDC. Let's calm down. They're only down 2-0 right now. It's still an achievable win.
Also, I don't know if you guys saw what was going on with the lights in my office here. I wasn't doing anything. So
spooky season,
baby.
Paranormal Activity. That is one that I did enjoy. It's like about the only one that I've enjoyed. But have I watched it ever again? No.
it's not on the block line. No, shouts out to Postman in IG chat. He said Hills of Eyes, wild movie. And Gat in chat is also saying make a leprechaun from the hood. Oh man, I you know what? If you could find Postman, if you could find a minor league leprechaun logo and kind of make it scary looking.
Or Celtics. Why don't you just do NBA Celtics?
There you go. Space Hippie. I don't think those snowflake hats are coming back. They were not very well received, despite the fact that they did sell out.
Where snowflake hats coming back this winter? Oh, Notre Dame, yeah, Chief. Notre Dame is also Fighting Irish.
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
That would be a great one. Yes. I'm not reading guys' comment. He's like the new horror movie. Man, just the amount of listen, man. I just think that it's incredible that anybody's able to purchase that much baby oil in bulk.
My God.
That's
Best of AZ said the alien birthday party scene from Signs scared him the most as kids.
Dude, that was terrifying.
When it walked through, I was funny. I just watched Signs last night, and I don't know, like the little girl gets on my nerves. I don't know why. Every single time, like I think it's the water thing. Every time, like somebody brings her a glass of water, it's like it's contaminated. I'm like, you don't even know it. Like at her age, I probably wasn't even saying the word contaminated, let alone just a regular sentence. I was like, oh, this has amoebas in it. What? Water? Like what? Like, but yeah, that was definitely a good one. I'm sorry, but that small child definitely annoyed me a lot.
Abigail Breslin.
Oh man, shouts out Abigail. Hopefully you.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was her. Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully you drink water and don't believe it's contaminated now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Birds.
Damn.
The Birds.
That's getting a hit right now. They only got 2 hits.
Jeez.
Oof.
No, The Birds definitely was definitely a scary one as well. I think when I saw the birds like pecking at her when she was in the room and they couldn't get in there, I was just like, ain't no way she's surviving this. And then like when she woke up and then she was trying to fight them because she was like, she passed out because the birds were attacking her. I was like, man, shouts out to Alfred, man. Alfred Hitchcock is making good movies.
Big Red Fitted said the alien scene from Fire in the Sky is the craziest abduction scene. So that's
because it was, man.
That's based off of a supposed true abduction story.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie, Fire in the Sky. I've never.
Have you seen it, Austin?
Yes, I have.
Okay. What are your thoughts about it?
I personally believe the guy because I also watch these dudes on YouTube that are like former military and former like government officials that are behavior analysts, and they are able to tell when someone's lying. They've shown like the I think is what's his name like it's like Trevor Walton or something, or Travis like
Walton.
that. Travis Walton. They showed his interview at like just like, and they're like, this guy's not lying. They're like, do we believe that happened to him? I don't know, but he's definitely not lying. He 100% believes this happened to himself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because polygraphs don't necessarily tell that you're lying. It's more so just behavioral and like physiological changes that people have when they are being dishonest that leads you to be deceptive. But yeah, like you said, if he truly believes that happened to himself, then physiologically he probably wouldn't have any tells that say that would suggest he was lying.
I don't know why Brother Bishop's comment makes me laugh, just because he says, y'all remember Cujo though? Still scared of that breed of dog. And the reason why it makes me laugh is because Cujo was a Saint Bernard. So you go from Cujo, and then you had the Beethoven movie.
Exactly.
That's why I find it funny.
Oh,
shout out to Charles Grodin, R.I.P.
No, Gat also with another good one, 30 Days of Night. That was one when I was a kid, that freaked me out when the woman was praying and the vampire said, God can't help you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I slept with the lights on after I saw that whole scene.
That was a hard scene, man.
But yeah, I was like, no way, ain't no way. Like my dad made fun of me the whole night. He was just like, oh, you gonna keep watching scary movies, huh? I was like, dude, like, no, I'm not turning the lights off. Absolutely not. No, he's not.
I hate that. Sorry, I hate that they did Salem's Lot again, where the original Tobe Hooper version that was made for TV back in the early 80s, late 70s is still the best version to date, especially the character, like the makeup works of Mr. Barlow. Yeah. So
yeah, I feel like Netflix, and I mean, you could kind of tell this when Hollywood, when they're kind of, I don't want to say running out of ideas, but essentially they're trying to run stuff back because of nostalgia. I mean, it was kind of like the same with Candyman when they rebooted it. It just, I don't know, it just didn't really hit the same to me versus the older movies.
I agree, but hey, at least Stephen King's getting a shitload of residuals for it.
Yeah,
good for him.
Dreamcatcher also kind of was a movie that kind of
Dreamcatcher. The book was great, but because there's Stephen King movies are so dense that you have to take some creative liberties on what are you going to keep, what are you going to get rid of. And with Dreamcatcher, it's like there were some decent scenes, but the overall story was just completely lost, because how do you make a 90-minute movie out of a fucking 400-page book?
Yeah, even that. I mean, like, I feel like The Thing was also like like The Thing to me as a film adaptation, I could follow. But even like just some of the stuff, like M. Night Shyamalan movies, kind of make me think a lot more than I really want to think sometimes when I'm watching a movie. Not gonna lie to you, it's just difficult. Or even like Gat was saying, Pet Sematary, like the original Pet Sematary, like that whole genre of like cult films, like Children of the Corn, all of that stuff. I'm like, dude, there's something harrowing about like when you don't have CGI and you don't have like a lot of effects to really like scare someone from a cinematic perspective. So yeah, that's saying a lot.
Also, something that we forgot to talk about that is also a nightmare scenario for me. Now I absolutely have to hate the Raiders.
Why?
Because of
Tom Brady part owner. Yeah.
How do you hate him because of the fact that he became a part owner, or what?
I just hate Tom Brady and anything Tom Brady associated.
Actually, here's a follow-up question to that. Do you think Tom Brady, as a part owner, should have to give up his job as a color and commentator with Fox?
Yes, 100%.
I actually agree
He
with that.
also sucks at that job, so
I also agree with that.
Yeah,
I
poor
feel like
Greg
Greg
Olsen
Olsen
got
got the shaft
demoted.
so hard. He was so good. Him and Kevin Burkhardt together.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brady, just based on the things that he can no longer do to prepare for games, like certain interviews and stuff like that, it's just like, okay, there's no point of having him in the booth anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a definite conflict of interest. Just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting into tampering. I mean, it's the same thing with the NBA. It's like, I think you have situations where when you're that entrenched in how teams operate and things like that, I'm sure as an insider, you get information that probably the rest of the public doesn't get until the story breaks. So yeah, no, conflict of interest.
I like this IG comment. Aaron crashed down, said my grandma could outthrow Tom Brady.
Oh, goodness. So yeah, like, since we are on sports, and Chief, I don't mind thinking. I just don't want to have to like chart out the movie, like with the red string where you have to tie things together. That amount of thinking I don't want to have to do. Inception, I loved. That required a lot of thinking, but some movies I just feel like if the premise is simple enough, I should just be able to watch it and understand it.
What was the one that the Christopher Nolan movie that came out a couple years ago that I think was actually I thought that was overhyped.
Hey, screw you, pal. I've watched that movie over 50 times. I fucking love that movie.
50 times?
Over 50.
I thought Inception was significantly better.
No, I don't deny that. I've seen Inception at least 20, 25 times.
I think Chief, Shutter Island for me, like the end reveal, like when I saw it the first time, like literally had my mouth like I was aghast the whole time. I was just like, ain't no way they did this. Like that was crazy. I felt that Leonardo should have gotten the Oscar for that. I like The Revenant. Revenant is great, but that was like a masterful performance. Like that's like a Heath Ledger level performance when you talk about just mental. Like I don't know what place he had to go to be able to embody that role, but he did that. He was him.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at Christopher Nolan movies, and I'm not even putting Tenet in top 5.
I think Tenet tried. I think it's best because I think Christopher Nolan saw the amount of discussion and discourse Inception had, and I think he was trying to repeat that. I think that the actors that he chose gave the movie potential. I think Denzel Washington's son did a good job in his role.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of like,
no, I don't think the acting is what made it overhyped for me. I think it was the story itself. So
yeah, it was like very long-winded, and it kind of got to a place where I feel like in a movie when you start to lose track of what the plot is, that's where you start to lose interest. Like I feel like Interstellar, even though it was a long movie, it made sense. I completely don't idolize Matthew McConaughey as an actor, but I can say in his role he did well. I couldn't get the perceptions of him from the Lincoln commercials out of my head watching the movie. But I mean, I definitely a few times in the movie said, I think when he like went first through the time warp, I definitely caught myself saying, all right.
Yeah,
I definitely did that a few times, but
I like Interstellar a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Interstellar to me, I related to Tenet in the sense of it was a long movie, but the plot didn't get lost. And I think when they did connect the dots in the end, it made sense. I think Tenet, you were still kind of trying to figure out what all was happening. There's double crossing, triple crossing. That's why I think it related to Inception, because it's like layers of a dream. Yeah. Whereas in that, you're talking about a time-based weapon, and you're having to understand time backwards, forwards. It's like watching the movie in basically 2 different ways. I think, wasn't it something where they said you could watch the movie in reverse?
Yeah.
And essentially you would see it completely differently than how you watched it.
Correct.
Going forward.
Which is really unique. And somebody had mentioned that Tenet came out the wrong time. Because it came out in basically the height of COVID. And I agree with that. But I will say personally, for me, from a non-Batman perspective, my favorite Christopher Nolan movie is The Prestige.
That would be that'd definitely be in the top 5.
Yeah, definitely got to have that in there. I feel like because Christian Bale was in that one too, wasn't he? I feel like Christian Bale and Nolan is like D Wade,
The duo.
LeBron, Shaq, and Kobe. Like he just that's
Shaq and Kobe.
like I'm just I just feel like they like on like from a execution and schematic perspective.
And Sir Michael Caine too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that
Yep.
he was in those movies as well. Even Inception did
Yep.
phenomenal.
ScarJo was in it.
Yeah, like dude,
Yep.
like I mean, and even what's his name?
Hugh
Guy that was
Jackman.
dating- Hugh Jackman.
David Bowie as Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
that whole like for me, I'm an electrical engineer, so that whole movie to me was like amusement park for me. Electricity, everything. It really cemented a lot of the things that I heard about in school about how much of a jerk Edison was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Real
like
piece of shit, Thomas Edison.
yeah,
for sure.
But no, the one thing I'll say as far as why I like that movie so much,
Mhm.
obviously there's a bit of escape, you know, you have to take mentally with the end of the movie, or at least,
Mhm.
you know, Hugh Jackman's version of the Tesla machine. But the
Yes.
one thing I love about movies about magic is, or at least that Christopher Nolan did throughout the majority of the movie, is that it's all practical illusion. It's all
Yeah.
stuff that, like, I'm not going to spoil if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, fucking watch it. It's a great movie.
Yes, please go watch it.
But yeah, it's all stuff that it gets laid out for you in front of your face. Like basically Michael Caine tells Hugh Jackman, this is the way he does the trick. This is the way I would do the trick, that he became so obsessed with. And at the end of the movie, you're like, oh shit, the one easy solution I didn't think of. And of course, that's exactly how the movie ended. And it's great.
Yeah, I think my dad and I rented that from Blockbuster. We rented the Prestige when it came out, and now like we watched that movie at least 2 or 3 times. Like it was just that good.
Great movie.
Yeah,
Very,
the marketing when it came out did no justice to like explain like any bit of the story. Like, okay, why do I care about this movie? Because I didn't see it in theaters, and it's like that's a movie where it's like, my God, I wish I saw this in theaters.
that and even like Equilibrium with Christian Bale, that was also a very, very good movie. Very, very underrated.
And it was sold like The Matrix, which it's like you go back and watch it, and it's just like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally just, it was like The Matrix and what was the other movie? That came out around that time. But I mean, it was like sword fighting, gun katas. I mean, yeah, it was literally like John Wick meets The Matrix, like just an early iteration of it. Like essentially, Christian Bale's character was John Wick.
Yeah,
like it's like and I also like the fact that Taye Diggs was in it as well. So it's like you had a lot of, which is what surprised me that movie wasn't received as well as it really was.
Marketing, man, just lifeblood of success or failure within the movie industry.
Yep. And last thing before Aaron crashed down, asked the thoughts on the Wendy's SpongeBob collab. I have not had it yet.
I think the videos coming out of it are hysterical.
Yes.
And there's a lot of fucking talented impressions out there.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like, I think I really feel for all of the drive-through people.
Oh, it's gonna be so damn annoying.
Yeah, there's like, I think like one person came up and just played like the keyboard, like I forget what the instrument is called, that pretty much is at all the luau's. But basically the SpongeBob theme, and you hear the dude say, "Oh my God," he says, right. Definitely somebody has done that a few times. I think someone played that clip. You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
Yeah.
It's like, it was just like, dude, just pull around. Like, I feel like that would definitely be me. After 5 or 6 times, it's just like, all right, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then there was one video that I saw that was actually a Wendy's employee participating in it, but it was the Squilliam Fancy Son like interaction, and that one was top tier. Like their voices were spot on for it. Yeah, a lot of good impressions coming out of this collab.
Yeah,
love it.
But I also heard that it's just Thousand Islands dressing on a Dave single.
I also believe that.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like we don't know what really. None of us have ever seen the Krabby Patty formula. When you really think about it. So
That's very accurate and very true. Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, what does a Krabby Patty really taste like? We'll never know.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like that's a good spot to end the show on. Guys, always a pleasure. Everybody in the chat, Instagram, Twitch. Love you guys. Sorry again, I'm not going to be here next week, but I know Austin and Tef are going to dominate.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll even make some. I'll try to work on some horror pack trivia. Maybe Austin, do you think for this pack we can maybe give out?
We can do some trivia for it. Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to turn it around and get the invoices out, though. It's my only problem.
That's true. That is true.
We probably should have done it this week, to be honest.
We could figure it out. There's a way we could probably get it done. Maybe
I'll coordinate with you guys on that.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
just let me know. Because obviously I'll be coming back home Wednesday night, but I will talk with Richard about that to get it done.
Sounds good, man.
We guys.
Latest.
Enjoy the rest of the week, y'all.
Yeah.
Go baseball, Guardians, whatever.
Go Mets, dude.